There's nothing more humbling than pivoting industries after 30 years in one industry that you love and you've gotten to know into something completely new. It is a great experience. It's, like I said, a challenge to learn a new vernacular, a new language, but exhilarating at the same time. And I would tell you, thinking back to episode 31, which was the first time that you and I spoke back in 2022,
yep.
We did talk about connectivity and the fact that, the landscape in the auto industry has changed so dramatically. When you think about the cars that you and I grew up with, where you could wrench on them very easily, they were simple machines, and you look at where we are today in the auto industry, and the software-defined vehicle has become the thing. And I like to say connectivity is the new horsepower in this new world, because I see in-vehicle connectivity as the frontier for competition these days. And it's all about engaging consumers with the services that they want. And that's where this Venn diagram comes together with my experience in automotive and coming to AT&T, where we like to say connecting changes everything. And it's absolutely very germane to the shift that we're seeing across the industry. So really, really been exciting for me to be here. It's been about 9 months, and I couldn't be happier with the transition.
Yeah, I know you were coming up on a year. When you look back on your career, was there a grand plan, or have you simply had the courage to pursue opportunities that felt right at the time?
Well, I feel like this is a leading question because I may have come to you with advice or for advice along the way. But yeah, I think if you'd asked 22-year-old Vinay, which was a long time ago, if he saw a path leaving the automotive industry, which is kind of what I was looking to do back then, I would have said, you're crazy. But I would tell you life happens. And, I'm very much a person that has had a very fruitful career in exploring new things. When I went into the automotive industry, I started on the technical side as a mechanical engineer, working in design engineering and product development. But along the way, I took a few turns along the way to really enrichen my experiential profile, working in product, working in marketing, working in manufacturing, working in sales. And you gather perspective along the way. And, you meet a lot of people. My most recent automotive experience, after spending almost 7 years with Toyota and Lexus, I went back to Nissan and Infiniti for a couple of years. It was great. It was exhilarating. Obviously, we were executing a massive turnaround of that company. And I know you recently interviewed Christian Meunier, who's a close friend of mine, former boss of mine. And the back and forth, because I was living here in Dallas, I was commuting back and forth between Dallas and Nashville. And just based on my life stage, it was getting to be a point where it was really tough for me to hold it together with the business and hold it together with the family. So I had a very transparent conversation with Christian. I told him about my struggles, and I said, I think it's time for me to figure out a way to get back to Dallas. And that's where, life happens and you meet people. And I was fortunate to be connected with some senior leaders at AT&T. And when an opportunity came up and the idea of joining a telecom giant with a massive, iconic brand and the authenticity and credibility of that brand to a marketer sounded so appealing to me. That's when the idea of making a career pivot was very real. And as I came to you for advice, not too long before I took the job, that's where I said, you know what, I'm going to try this. And it's been really, really great to be able to do it so far.